Hello, it's Robert Miner with Dynamic Traders Group with this week's DT Trade Strategies video for the week beginning August 31st. A brief video that we do for our YouTube followers and Twitter followers and Traders News subscribers. It's a very brief video. We highlight 2 or 3 markets that are approaching a good trade setup, and we identify the probable strategy that you want to be looking for in the days ahead. Of course, it's a very brief look at a couple of markets compared to what we do the extended video for our subscribers with more education and, of course, a lot more markets. If you like what you learn here, you can apply it to other markets and other time frames other than the ones we talk about, and you can learn more from my book, High Probability Trading Strategies. The most important thing to remember is that we want to learn to trade, not to forecast. Let's take a look at a couple markets. So here's a market that we looked at last week. I'm going to do a little bit of a follow-up on it. This is the Nasdaq. This is 240-minute intraday data. And where my cursor is, that's the end of the day, Friday last week when we recorded that video, that the Nasdaq was in a potential position to make a top that would last a few days, maybe even a few weeks. And so you can go through the video from last week if you want to see the price relationships, the pattern, all that sort of thing. The key was the trade strategy. And the key was that top would not be signaled unless we took out this low that was made last Friday. So it's the trade strategy that's important. And I try to do these videos very simply in simple English because I know an awful lot of you that listen to the videos are from overseas and English is your second language. So I try to keep it really simple. So again, we're not forecasting a top. We're in a position to make a top, or we were in. If we took out that low on 11,407, then that would indicate that's what we call pattern reversal signal, that the top was complete. And of course, we didn't do that. So since we didn't have that reversal signal, what's the other direction? Well, of course, the market's going to continue up until we get in another position to make a reversal, and then it gives us a pattern reversal signal. That's the signal that once it's made, then we can develop a specific short strategy. Well, the Nasdaq and the other stock indexes have been on a tear, as we know. So we don't want to take action, particularly either exit longs or enter shorts, until the market itself has indicated that it's making that reversal. We're at another position like that as of the end of the week last week. So just so that you're aware, the potential on the upside is probably pretty limited, around 12,103, 12,176. But the key here is if the Nasdaq were to decline and take out Thursday's low, and on that day it would make a lower daily close, then that would probably not only be, we'll go to the daily data, a daily top, but it would probably also be a weekly top and complete the advance from the July low. So we're still in that position to complete that advance, but the market hasn't given us a pattern reversal signal yet. But since we're at the extremes of the daily momentums and we're at the extremes of the weekly momentums, and we do have a really nice 5-wave pattern, wave 5 of 5 coming up, we want to be aware of that. So look at this for next week, is that anytime early in the week, by the way, I'll go back here to the daily, Tuesday is just, it's a simple high to high to high. So, and that would be the last daily momentum high to the August daily momentum high, and that would be the early September daily momentum high, more than likely. It's been on a very regular basis for some time. So keep that in mind. But watch for that reversal signal early in the week, potentially not just a daily high, but a weekly high. So let's take another look at gold. We looked at that last week also, and the basic conclusion was that gold would probably be sideways to down for another 2 to 3 weeks, ever since we made what we call a dual look-back bear reversal in the weekly momentum. That usually is followed by 3 to 5 weeks sideways to down. And that's exactly what's happened so far, sideways at least, that part of it. More than likely, if we're completing the high that we anticipate, gold will be sideways to down into early October to 38% time retracement, and we'll reach around 1774, 50% retracement. That's assuming that it's making a corrective decline, not the beginning of a bear trend, and that's what I'm assuming so far. But again, what's important? It's trade strategies. It's not forecasting. We identify conditions with a high probability outcome and acceptable capital exposure. So here's the daily data for gold, and again, we've been sideways to down. This whole past week was mostly sideways, a little bit on the upside after we made the dual look back daily momentum bull reversal. But look where we're at right now. Is that the fast line of the daily momentum is overbought. That warns us that we're probably within a day or two of completing a daily high, and when we make the next bearish reversal in the daily momentum, daily and weekly momentums will be in sync to continue, with a high probability at least, the bear trend, net sideways to down. Let's look at a couple other things. Is that Tuesday's 100% alternate time projection. In other words, it's the same number of days of this last minor correction from this low, so just another 2 days. We're well below this top. So our trade strategy, and I've had some detailed tutorials for our subscribers about how we use dual look-back momentum strategies. The ideal strategy is we make a daily momentum bear reversal without having traded above the high from where the last comparable daily momentum bear reversal is. That demonstrates weakness in the market, and it's like lower lows, lower highs, that type of thing basically, but we're doing it, comparing it with momentum reversals. So look for that early next week in gold for another continuation sideways to down. Now, sometime in the next few weeks, if things work out the way the technical position looks like, we're going to have a fantastic go long strategy. However, for now and probably until at least early October, we're going to be oriented to the short side unless the technical situation reverses itself. So again, I'm not forecasting where it's going to go, but I'm identifying a specific setup. It probably will occur early next week to continue gold sideways to down. So keep your eye on that over the next couple of days. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, Euro, and the dollar. Bitcoin really fast, and I don't trade Bitcoin. I've got a number of subscribers that do and ask us to do the updated technical analysis now and then. So a couple of weeks ago, we started taking a close look at it, and in the last week, we've made last 2 weeks actually, 2 weeks ago, made a dual look back weekly momentum bear reversal. It's pretty reliable that the upside is going to be pretty limited, and more likely Bitcoin is going to be sideways to down for at least 3 to 4 weeks. And so far, that's what's happened. We're only a week into that reversal. And here's the daily on Bitcoin. And Bitcoin has made its pattern reversal signal, so more than likely that's a good wave 5 top. However, we need one more momentum reversal, daily momentum reversal, to confirm that top. But the reason it's probably a pretty good top is we've closed below the closing low of the wave 4 or 5, the potential wave 4 or 5. And closing prices are very important. So if you happen to have an interest in Bitcoin, more than likely we've got at least another 2 to 3 weeks sideways to down, and it's probably a corrective decline. And the next daily momentum bear reversal will put the daily and weekly momentums in sync to continue the bear trend. So that'll probably occur by the end of this coming week, and then it'll continue the bear trend in Bitcoin. How about the euro? This is one I love, trading the euro. Again, the euro probably completed a wave 5 high a couple of weeks ago. As we've noted before, weekly momentum's dual look back bearish. I still got a question mark on it because it hasn't been confirmed yet. It would be confirmed if we had closed below what I'm showing as the wave 4 closing low. It didn't do that, made another daily momentum a bull reversal. So what we're looking at in the next few days anyway, is if the euro makes a bear reversal without having traded above the August 18th high, and when I say bear reversal, I mean daily, and then closes below 1.17884, that'll confirm a weekly high, and the trend should be sideways to down for at least 3 to 4 weeks. So it's pretty significant. If the euro happens to make a new high next week before it makes the daily momentum bear reversal, for me at least, that would not be an immediate short trade setup, because it would void the obvious bearish pattern and the bearish price momentum pattern. So I'd have to stand aside until we get another cycle in the daily momentums and the daily price before I'd take an immediate position. But if we get a daily momentum bear reversal without having traded above the August 18th high and closed above the close of the August 18th, that's a high close to date, then that'll be an immediate go short setup. And it would be confirmed following a close below the August 24th close. So again, it's trade strategies, not forecasting. We identify trade strategies that we can either take an immediate trade, or it indicates the market's reversing, and then we identify the reversal confirmation signals. So the strategy is really important. That's it for today. Hopefully you have a fantastic week and a fantastic next week. Thanks for checking out these videos. Take care.